Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah, I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. Use code Mase, Cam, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a free pick. All you need is Travis Kelce to get 1 yard to start your first entry off with a win. So today is No Sweat Tuesday. All customers get a no sweat token. Use it on an entry and either win or get your money back in bonus cash. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killer was good, man.
I did the freestyle yesterday. Niggas going crazy. I tried to tell you, man. I don't know, man. I tried to tell you, man.
You did tell me, man.
You did a good job, man. They filming you out there. Pause.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I said pause. That
was crazy.
That sister's name is Pause. Yeah, man. Not your sister, your homeboy. CD, I didn't even want to do this. Now nigga done made you.
Catches the sub every time.
Yeah, I gotta pass it. That's how I felt. I tried to give my man some props. Shit got wild. Yo, listen, man, real quick. Make sure you use code Mase, Stat, or Cam on Underdog. It's the beginning of football season. I'm telling you right now, they're giving out a lot of money. And if you use, listen, I don't know how Mase feel this season about his code and all that.
More Monday Mondays.
Yeah, well, listen, man. Use code Kim. I'm going to figure out with Underdog how this works. You get to hang out with me for a whole day in Vegas, then get to hang out at the show. And we're going to figure out which person who uses code Kim could come hang out with me at the show. I don't know if Stat want to use her code and maybe you want to date with her.
You should.
Yeah.
I got pretty good picks.
You got a boyfriend right now?
No, I don't. She's single.
Girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not that. Don't go that way.
All right,
She says she's single.
Yeah, because you know why when somebody say want to date with you possibly on Underdog, when you get that girl, they like, yo.
We can hang out. We go shopping,
Okay.
you know.
Yes.
Drinks.
It's Snoop from The Wire coming here.
Okay.
Word.
So let's get started. This is a real interesting topic, and a lot of different people said different things. So I want to get you guys' opinion first. So when asked about the previous eras of the NBA, Anthony Edwards said, "I didn't watch it back in the day, so I can't speak on it. They say it was tougher back then than it is now, but I don't think anybody had skill back then. Michael Jordan was the only one who really had skill. So that's why they were shocked when seeing Kobe. But now everybody has skill." So Magic Johnson was asked about what Anthony Edwards had to say, and he responded, "I don't ever respond to a guy that's never won a championship." So before we get specifically into Ant-Man's comments, how do you guys feel about Magic's response? Mase first.
Oh, man. I think what Magic said came out of a place that probably Magic felt offended, as he should. You know, a person of Magic status to say that he didn't have skill being the first 6'8", 6'9" point guard is like, just goes back to what young kids do these days. They just blurt out things just for the moment. They do no research, and then they want everybody to feel sorry for them when they put their foot in their mouth. This is crazy. Like, to say that there was no skill back there. I don't know what game he was watching. He couldn't have saw Kevin Johnson at Phoenix. I mean, people that was really, really talented. Earl the Pearl. I mean, and these guys are not in my day, but I remember these guys because I'm a student of the game. Here goes another time, Ant-Man. We love you, but you just need to play basketball. Some people just need to play basketball and not say certain things without somebody there to say, yo, Ant-Man, chill out. Because he's a wonderful kid. Great, phenomenal basketball player, but these statements are starting to stack up. You know.
I think he kind of figured it out what's clickbait gonna be.
Oh, you think he trolling?
Yeah, he trolling. He know what niggas gonna click.
He know niggas gonna get fired up about this.
Yeah, what's niggas gonna be? What niggas' reaction gonna be? And I'm not saying to a certain extent he don't really believe what he's saying, but he like, yeah, this gonna go viral right here because he's young. And you gotta think about this. I actually seen them ask kids. Let me ask Stat this.
Okay.
You know how to tell time on the watch like that?
Yes.
Because you got good parents. Kids your age don't know how to tell time when
they don't.
They did something with a college team, and they had to clock and ask the kids what time does this say, and they didn't know how to tell time with clocks with hands. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't be knowing. You know, a lot of people say, yo, y'all niggas from the 1900s be bugging. My little cousin told me that.
My son. Yeah. He said, that was last millennium.
Yeah, exactly. Niggas, so y'all niggas from the 1900s be wildin', B. I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's wild. But as far as Ant-Man, I think he knows he's going to get a reaction out of people. I think he does a lot of stuff to hype himself up. Not this particular situation, but as far as when the season was going on last year, he'll say, yeah, we sent KD home. We didn't really get to go over the Olympics because we wasn't working during the Olympics. Before the Olympics started, we had talked about some comments that he said when he was talking about, I'm the go-to person. I'm the one that they need to figure out how to play with me. And during the Olympics, we see how Steph Curry and LeBron James evolved, and he gave them their flowers as it was going on because they asked him one game when LeBron took over. They was like, what did y'all think? He's like, LeBron James. He turned back into a fan and not the superstar that he is. So as far as these comments are concerned, look, what I feel about not just him is that every generation needs to realize you see the people before you and you want to do stuff better than what they did, so it elevates the game. Yeah. You sit there, you don't get Kyrie Irving dribbling the way he's dribbling if you don't see Allen Iverson and Isaiah Thomas and, like you said, makes Kevin Johnson doing the things they did. So now you say, what else can I add to that? Yeah. To where Tim Hardaway may have the crazy crossover. Maybe I want to throw about. You get these people elevate the game, and the people that you see now, you take bits and pieces from it and make it into your own thing. But as far as disrespectful, it's past disrespectful. A lot of people called him out for it. Even Paul George said something about it. I don't know if you follow. I follow Big Isaiah page. He put some shit up after that. I felt it was towards Ant-Man, but he didn't say his name. He's dribbling with two fingers, sitting on his ass paws at the All-Star game. They trying to rip him. He's sitting down, throwing it through his legs behind his back. This is on Isaiah Thomas page, the one who used to play for the Detroit Pistons in the 80s and 90s. I think that was a sub towards him. But as far as Ant-Man, I think he knows what he's doing, and we're talking about it.
But what if he means it? What if he means what he says?
Well, then all the statements like Magic Johnson and the people that they saying, they have a right to say what they're saying. That's how I feel about it. Because if he really means it, that means he's not a student of the game. Yeah. And some people may not be students of the game. A lot of people, I'm not saying a lot of people because I don't know the number, but you have people who say, look, I ain't here to do all that. I'm here to play right now and not study what happened before and know my history and all that other shit that niggas be trying to get niggas to do. Look, I'm about the present. I don't care about the past. And if that's his attitude, then that's his attitude. Look, Michael Jordan, as great as a phenomenal basketball player he was, and you know, he's my number one all the time. He's still very relevant because of his sneakers. You know, regardless, and his apparel, and not just apparel, he's signing people to his company, so he stays relevant to where some people may not have that business acumen that he has, and not just the business acumen that he has. You got people who may be good at business, but they're not out there like that. You may not see them like, Vinnie Johnson, the microwave. A lot of people don't even know who I'm talking about when I say that name, but he has a very successful career after basketball. Jamal Mashburn, who's from Harlem, one of my personal friends and somebody I grew up watching who played in the NBA 12, 13 years, a phenomenal college athlete, probably made more money after he got out the NBA than playing in the NBA. And he was a good ass NBA player.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna say I'm not surprised by Ant-Man's comments, but I think that there's a way to go about it because being the younger generation, being Gen Z myself, I can't discredit the people that were before me. You know, like it comes to a point where, like, I know you're saying not everybody's a student of the game, but he is a product of the game. Like he has a favorite player, like he talks about it all the time. You're emulating people who were great before you. I mean, it's even like the same way in music. If I tell you that, like right now, like my favorite artist is Ice Spice or my favorite artist is Sexy Red, y'all are gonna be like, but y'all don't know about so-and-so or y'all don't know about this. And that's okay to recognize without being disrespectful, because I think it came across the wrong way when you have a lot of greats supporting you in your craft, and then for you to kind of discredit everybody except Jordan, it's like, okay, so what about us? So that kind of falls into more NBA players that had more to say. So Kevin Garnett basically was explaining his viewpoint on what he had to say, and he said, if I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played 20 years ago. And this is to everybody in our league. Tatum, he said 20 years ago you couldn't get a triple step back. We had efficiency back in the day, and it was so hard, it was too physical. And guess what? The league had to come off of it for the flow of movement to be able to have scoring go up, which is what we like to sit here and watch. So like hearing what Kevin Garnett had to say, and even Paul Pierce had comments as well. What else do you guys think about what Ant-Man had to say? And then do you guys think that these reactions are okay?
I think all of the comments are merited, especially with what he said, because he just picked one person out of generations, right? So he's probably looking at the athleticism and things like that. But I don't even think you could have said that back in the days, because there was a bunch of high-flying people. And when you say only Jordan, so did he not see Scottie Pippen? Did he not see these people that were right there with Jordan, playing on a team alongside of Jordan? And I know Magic, man. I know Magic is a strong competitor. He took that probably very personal. He made the statement, like you said earlier, he said, I don't know if he ever won a championship. He did win a championship down in Atlanta, but he's yet to win one in the NBA, though he just now won the gold. But that wasn't because of him. So could they say the same thing about him?
Look, I said what I said. It's just about being, if you're going to study the game or you're not going to study the game. It's not really a bunch else to say for me. You're going to study it or you're not. Because if he did mean what he said, that means he's just really not a student of the game. His favorite player, he says all the time, is Kevin Durant. And the only person you really bringing up before that is Michael Jordan. Not talking about Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. It's a list of people. A lot of times people don't even bring up Abdul Rauf, which was Chris Jackson. He didn't even get a fair shake in the NBA, and he was ridiculous at Denver. So some people don't know, and some people just don't want to know.
Okay. And then last question regarding this topic. So basically at the end of his quote, he said, but now everybody has skill. Do you guys feel like these younger players nowadays, everybody has skill, or do you disagree with that statement?
Can they dribble, pause, with 3 balls? Yeah. Were we dribbling with 3 balls?
Wow. Wow. Season 5. First one in season 5, baby. I wouldn't have said nothing if you ain't set it off early. I would have let it go.
I said pause, though.
You did not. You did not.
Nick, play the tape back. Play the tape back.
You don't bet, my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go
but
ahead.
you know, when they say skill, do they have more like pause tricks? Yeah, but you know, do they have bigger hearts? No. Are they willing to go further? No. Pause. So I think it's even. I think the talent and the heart and the drive kind of ways balance out.
It's a good question, because I wouldn't say that they have more skill. I think it's a lot of things that you could do in the NBA now that you couldn't do before. That two side step jump shot or the step back shit, you wouldn't be able. They call that travel all day. They wouldn't let you do the two step side, the shit James Harden started. A lot of shit you wouldn't do. But what I will say is this: that they practice things that back in the days, I don't think NBA, college, high school players didn't practice. Like and I know we always use ourselves as an example, but imagine Murder being in practice and you try to do a right hand layup jumping off your right foot. Niggas gonna be like, yo, what the fuck you would get crucified for that.
Do
like
that again.
Yo,
come here. Show me what you just show us what you just did.
Why are you practicing that? And I think that they practice of like Kyrie. I think Kyrie actually started that. To me, and I could be wrong, but shooting off the same leg that you jumping off. You tried that shit before, it would be crazy, but now that's regular stuff that they practice in games. And I think that they're just being more creative to where certain things may have not flown back then. We got to realize as well, you're dealing with a player-friendly commissioner, Adam Silver. David Stern wasn't a player-friendly commissioner. And a lot of things that, and like I said, he can't change the rules to the game or whatever, but, you know, we sat there and watched that nigga stop a Chris Paul trade to the Lakers. Like,
yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That
was heartbreaking.
Yeah, like I seen him, Kobe Bryant win the MVP trophy, and Kobe was holding that trophy, pause like this. He said, pause.
Can you look?
Pause real quick, what I'm going to say. Could you put it above you? Kobe said like this. He said above you. Like he ran that shit like a warden. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Adam Silver has talks with players, what they're liking, what's happening, what's going to help the flow of the game, et cetera, because a high scoring game in the 80s and 90s is maybe 110, and that would be crazy. That would be crazy. There'd be games where sometimes niggas have 140 points. A game with 122 points is like regular. You know what I'm saying? And that's also because of Steph Curry evolving the three-point game and having teams shooting 35, 40, 50 threes a game sometime. And people do want to see points on the board. I don't watch baseball because I don't want to see 6 hours at the end of the game the score is 1-0. I can't do it. Like, I almost be telling them niggas to bring steroids back. So I could see some home runs, nigga.
No, man.
Okay. So also on the topic of Ant-Man, him and Justin Jefferson are recreating the iconic Randy Moss and KG Sports Illustrated cover photo that was taken a couple years back. What do you guys think of them recreating this concept?
These are just bad decisions after bad decisions. I really love Ant-Man as a basketball player. These are bad decisions. I mean, just putting yourself in different lights, it just adds unwanted pressure, you know, just like when he does the commercial that's like Jordan. It's like, why make that commercial? I remember a young artist came up to me and he said, would you listen to my music? I said, well, I don't want to listen to you sound like me. I want to hear your music because that's my music. Where's your music? So it's like this same kind of thing when you're looking at some of the things that Ant-Man is doing. You're recreating a lot of things, but my concern is that you're going to get lost in this because we're not going to know who you are. And when trouble hits, we won't know who you are to be able to stand with you. I think it's very important for you to start just carving out your own identity. Not that you don't have it, but in the things you do, be more original. You got way more creative attributes than to do that. And I think before him and Jefferson could put themselves in that iconic place, they got to do some more things before they do that. That's my view on that matter.
I don't think this is his idea. I don't even think he knows about it if he don't think niggas had skills back in the days. I think somebody said, yo, we should do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think the nigga knew about the commercial. I probably showed to him like, yeah, that'd be dope. But It's about who's doing his marketing for his campaigns, whether it's who are they doing it with? Like, who's sponsoring this?
I think I'm assuming it's going to be Sports Illustrated again, but I'll double check.
You know,
it's Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it's like Sports Illustrated. Y'all get more creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
That's up to them to be more creative and think of different things and do different stuff. Like, you know, and I dig it because every generation is different. And I'm not talking about sports, but it'd be like, for me personally, when my little cousins or whoever be like watching the Smurfs, I'm like, that ain't the Smurfs. You know, they keep doing the Smurfs. They on the new Ghostbusters. They do, like, you know, they keep the Superman's the 7th Superman since I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is going to be new? Like, when X-Men came out, I was like, all right, cool, a new motherfucking superhero for TV and movies. You know what I'm saying? And I think that niggas is lacking being creative.
Yeah.
And not only lacking being creative, you have to think about who's eating off this stuff. And I'm more Sports Illustrated. I'm talking about the movies and TV shows that's getting done over. Because if the owner of, let's just use Ghostbusters, for example, says, we don't want Bill Murray and them ones, get some young Ghostbusters. The original nigga most likely is going to get paid again. Mm-hmm. Because if he didn't sell the name of the movie or still has the rights to the movie, nigga said, I'm gonna eat again. It's like, for instance, I'm arguing with Sin. He asking me if I seen the new Rambo. I'm not watching Rocky B. Rambo at 78 years old, man. I'm not watching that, bro. I refuse. I refuse to watch Rocky B. Rambo. Did I see the new Equalizer? I love Denzel Washington as an actor. I'm not watching him do karate at 71 years old and all that. I'm not doing it. I love him as, you know, a great actor, but when niggas start doing karate and they 70, I can't believe the movie. So back, you feel me? You know what I mean? I can't fuck with Denzel being the Equalizer at 70. Nigga,
grabbing niggas, pausing pressure points and all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nigga talking about Rambo and Rocky 19. Nah, I'm not watching it, B. So back to Sports Illustrated. I dig it. I guess it was an iconic cover, but I think y'all could be more creative to let Ant-Man and who is it?
Justin
Jefferson create their own narrative and their own make their own history.
Yeah, and Sports Illustrated, if y'all need some creativity, look no further than right here. You know, me and Killer, we got the ideas for you guys. And I think that's what it's time for everyone to start doing. Just like you see Pharrell collabing with Louis Vuitton and different people like that. It's time for them to start allowing people that are geniuses, especially even yourself, Killer, as a marketer.
Yeah, likewise, man, the same thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pharrell, these are a pair of Pharrell Louis right here, man. Shout out to Pharrell, man.
All right. Okay, so there was an NFL players poll voted on by 103 players, and Josh Allen was voted the most overrated QB. So I want to clarify, from the poll, 11 players voted for Josh Allen, 10 voted for Tua, and 10 voted for Jalen Hurts. Interesting stat line right there, but do you guys believe,
crazy.
Yeah. Do you guys believe Josh Allen is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL?
Who else was there? Tua?
Second was Tua. Well, Tua and Jalen Hurts were tied.
But I don't think people hold Tua up there, pause, like where you would see a Josh Allen, right? Mm-hmm. And shout out to OJ, you know. God bless OJ. I wish OJ was here. My suit is closed, OJ. That's all of nigga. Even when you gone, he gonna say what he said.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Nah, but Josh Allen, you know, Josh is definitely, he could be considered, but I don't think he's the most overrated. I would have put Tua before him. But it's crazy because, you know, if 11 people vote on you, you know these are people from other teams. So I think he's sitting around looking at it like, yo, these niggas was hating on me behind my back, but in a way, that's what you're supposed to get if you're a good player from other team members. They're not supposed to like you if you're a running back. The other team don't like you because you burn them for a lot of yards. And then if you looking at a quarterback, the same thing. We lose every time we play y'all. I don't like you. So I think he had more hate, and some players are just hated more than others. And I think he falls into that category because he doesn't have the personality that all of the other athletes on different teams like versus who can I think about? Like Chase or any one of those other guys. He doesn't come across like that. So I could see why they definitely put him on a overrated list. But I got some that would be better than that. But right now we're gonna go with this.
Cam?
Niggas is bugging. They just hating on that nigga. That's all it's about. Look, be totally honest with you, man. Sorry, I was reading something. Look, it's Patrick Mahomes at the top. And then it's like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. That's that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what are we talking about? And when you that nigga, one of them niggas, you're gonna get hated on. That come with the territory. Josh Allen his pause is crazy. He got a rocket without he has a rocket at any given moment. One year, that year that Kansas City went to won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, they was having a battle Buffalo in Kansas City. It was a shootout with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. The shit was amazing. I watch it about 3-4 times a year because that last 2 minutes of the regular, the first 60 minutes of the game and overtime is just amazing to watch. I watch that highlights about at least 4 or 5 times a year because what him and Patrick Mahomes was doing. And it went into overtime and Patrick Mahomes got the ball first, and that's why I believe they changed the rule to you have to give the team another chance to score because whoever gets the ball first and scores, the other team doesn't get a chance. And Patrick Mahomes and them scored first to where Josh Allen may have had a chance to come back and do something spectacular. Well, that's how good that game was. But come on, man. The kid arm is crazy. He's accurate. Not only that, he runs people over. He's a 6'4" monster. When they need a first down and nobody's open, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's almost a quarterback version of Derrick Henry. You got to drag him, pause to bring him down. He runs people over. Look, man, I'm not going to go crazy about this whole situation. When you that nigga, they going to hate on you. It's Patrick Mahomes, and I got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson bunched in the next group of people. He's nice, bro.
All of them? You have all of them at number 2?
Yeah, right now I do. Right now. Because listen, right now, and we'll see this year, this is really the Patrick Mahomes era to kind of where like Michael Jordan fucked up niggas championships when they was trying to get them, whether it be Reggie Miller, whether it be Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, John Stockton, Charles Barkley. A slew of people missed out on championships that may have got championships when Michael Jordan wouldn't play. They were lucky enough, the Houston Rockets, Kareem Olajuwon, Akeem Olajuwon, Kenny Smith, my brother, what up, Kenny? Sam Cassell and the boys, they slipped in their paws and got 2 championships when Michael Jordan was retired. Besides that, when the 90s hit, nobody was winning championships.
Yeah.
And this may be the Patrick Mahomes era. So anybody else, until further notice, I'm just going with Patrick Mahomes. And those other guys are there. If I had to put somebody at the top of the list out of those 3, I'm going to go, and I know we always have our shit, I'm going to go with Joe Burrows because that's the only person who beat Patrick Mahomes to go to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen hasn't been to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson hasn't been to the Super Bowl. Now, we got to understand that football is the ultimate team sport. It isn't like basketball where 1 or 2 players could get you out of a series or out of a game. It's a team sport. But as much praise as we give the quarterback, that's when we got to give them as much fault because we give them all the praise as well.
Sorry, am I hearing you correctly? You're a part of Titletown now?
No, I'm not part of Title Town. I'm just saying I got to call it like I see it. I have a job to do, Murder.
All right.
You know, Jason Tatum told me he never seen you up there. I know, that's what he told me. Told me to tell you that, actually. I told you that last season before we left. He told me that. He said, I just got here, been looking for murder. I haven't seen it since we've been here. So,
okay, Tatum.
You know, so he's like, yeah, I'm new to Title Town. I've been looking for murder and trust since we've been here. So
yeah.
I'm not going to say I'm jumping on Kansas City bandwagon, but you'll be a fool to act like you haven't seen what Patrick Mahomes been doing. Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback I've probably ever seen complete passes with his non-throwing arm. Patrick Mahomes completes passes with behind-the-back passes. Who's throwing behind-the-back passes in the fucking NFL? I'm talking about since I've ever been watching. The year that they lost to the 49ers in the Super Bowl, I believe. Not the 49ers. Who the fuck they lost to? I can't. I'm so mad.
Bucks.
Huh?
The Bucks.
The Bucks. Tampa Bay, Florida.
Exactly. Because you know why I'm thinking. You know why I was bugging this now when I said, because I knew he lost to Tom Brady, but I'm thinking Patriots. It was the Bucks. He was hurt, and he was hitting people in the face. Pause. They just wasn't catching the passes. He hitting them in the chest, they're not catching the passes. That's not on him. His job is to deliver the football, and they're not doing it. I'm talking about 60-yard passes, and he just wasn't getting, and they just wasn't catching. That kid is nice, bro. And I know a lot of times people will say Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback they ever seen. You know, not talking about championships or anything else, talking about accuracy, getting his team in position to win, even though they always only won one Super Bowl. Right now, I believe at this particular point, even though we have a lot of football to see left from Patrick Mahomes, I'm not going to put him past Aaron yet because we haven't seen Aaron play over a year. But he's right there if we're talking about best quarterbacks ever. We're not talking about most championships. We're talking about best quarterbacks.
Yeah. And then I think we can all agree it is the Patrick Mahomes era without joining Titletown because we still got our own teams.
Oh,
but
my goodness.
By saying that, to say that, you know, Josh Allen is overrated, to me, it just sounds like hating. Like, he is a complete great quarterback. He has a good offense. He has a good throwing arm. He can rush as well. If we're talking about overrated, truly, I think it's Trevor Lawrence because he does have a $275 million contract, making him one of the most highest paid quarterbacks. Or what?
You hating on him because he's from Jacksonville and he's a white boy?
No. First of all, he's not from Jacksonville. He's shout out Jacksonville, but like he shouldn't be getting paid that much. Shout out to him for, negotiating that contract and getting it done, but he's definitely the most overrated. If we're comparing coins to what we see,
you can't go back to Jacksonville. I
can. I'm always good at Jacksonville. I'm good at Jacksonville. I'm always good at Jacksonville. They're not going
to be feeling that.
I'm going to keep it 100 during the vacation. You know, sometimes you go on YouTube and see something and something else pops up and you click on it. Now you're in a rabbit hole.
The suggestions.
And you just start watching the whole. Y'all want to go back to Jacksonville? They bugging down there. Yo, them niggas is wilding down there. I ain't never dissed Jacksonville. Y'all got it, my nigga. Them niggas is wilding down there, bro. I didn't know it was that crazy what was going on down there, man. Shout out to y'all niggas, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jacksonville. Okay, so we're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss a new NFL record. Don't go anywhere.
One Allen, one heart, one love.
Excuse me? After last night's performance, we're gonna do this again? Not tonight. I don't think so. And make sure you close the door behind you.
When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man.
I'm Rico fucking Strong.
Took that horsepower,
yeah.
Giddy up,
Baby!
Fast money, Manny, fresh shit, cash money, Moscow mule.
I'm back.
Looking back at her, I'm a crash.
Hell no. Muchacho, levántate. Toma eso, bébetelo.
Right now?
Well, cuña.
Okay.
Well,
Now, right now. Right now.
yeah.
Girl, let me see you walk it off. Oh, let me see you walk it off. Yeah, let me see you walk it off. Go. Girl, let me see you walk it off.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. So we know this season kicks off Thursday and the Chiefs will play the Ravens. Underdog Fantasy.
We're going to find out what all that talk about Lamar is about. We're really going to find out.
Okay.
How many league MVPs? I'm not being funny. How many league MVPs does Patrick Mahomes have? I don't know. I'm not being funny. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
Because Lamar got 2.
Yeah, they both have 2.
Okay.
Even late. But anyways, okay. So Lamar Jackson's at 219.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
219, he's going to get higher than that.
Okay.
Now, he might be running. They said he lost weight. He might be trying to get his speed higher, but that's not going to matter against us.
Us is crazy.
That's what
Us is wild.
But I say the same thing, so I can't even say nothing.
Us is
Yeah,
wild.
I mean, that's been my team. It ain't like I made this up, you know.
Who was the coach and quarterback before Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid got there?
Cam.
Exactly.
This is what I'm.
This is exactly what I'm talking
Who was-
about as well.
Who was Kelsey dating before Taylor Swift?
I don't
Kayla
know.
Nicole.
See? Tell him
No,
Stat.
Killer didn't know though.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is not my
The whole
not my
po-
debate.
What I'm basically trying to say is that doesn't matter.
But I'm basically trying to say that has nothing to do with football. We're talking about football.
Okay, now you start that up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's
do
go.
It. Listen, I'm going to go with higher. I think that Lamar Jackson wants to prove that. I think he's going to use his feet a lot, but I think he wants to prove that he could quarterback just as good as Patrick Mahomes. That has yet to be seen. But I think he's going to try and stay in the pocket, make some passes just to show his quarterback capability. So I'm going to go higher.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes is at 19.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
I'm going to go lower.
19 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is Patrick Mahomes. He could do whatever he wants. If he wants to get 20, he can get 20. But I'm going to go lower. Pause.
Okay. And then Isaiah Pacheco is at 62.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Some is telling me. I'm going to go lower.
How many?
62.5 rushing yards for Pacheco.
I like Pacheco.
Mase.
I like Pacheco a lot. Let's go higher, man. Let's start the season right off for Pacheco. I'll fuck with Pacheco, man.
Okay, and then y'all remember it's No Sweat Tuesdays, and you've got a token waiting in your lobby, so update your app, make a qualifying entry, and you'll either win or get your money back as bonus cash.
Let's
so
go,
make sure to
baby.
download the Underdog Fantasy app, and you can make your picks too. Okay, so an NFL record has been set with 15 black quarterbacks set to start for week 1. What do you guys think of this new record? And then do you guys feel like there's been a big shift in the culture of football?
This is interesting because if there was 14 white quarterbacks, would we say, oh, week 1, there's going to be 14 white quarterbacks? I really don't like this. I really don't like people using black people for stunts and props. It's almost like the election. You see Megan twerking at the election. This ain't where you do that at. I don't want to start the season off, in that bag, but that's what it's giving me right now. I don't want to talk about 15 black quarterbacks. It just sounds racist. Are you a colorist, Stat?
No.
Because that's
And
a
how
colorist.
does that even correlate?
Yeah, you asking me colorist things. I don't know if you're trying to line me up or what, because you're looking at me because I'm going to say something loaded. Pause. So, Killer, you go ahead and go on this one, man.
I think this is a great thing that 15 black quarterbacks are starting. And I think it needs to be said because I think that back in the days, they didn't respect black people to think black people were smart enough to play the quarterback position. It was a white man's position, pause. And I think that it was seriously that that was like a whole thing that they were saying that black people used to be mad, like they don't think that they were smart enough or educated enough because it's supposed to be a thinking person's position that you could play quarterback. Look, think about this, and Stat may be too young to know. We had Warren Moon and Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, that's it.
Outside of that, that was it. Then you might start getting the Steve McNairs.
What about Doug?
From Washington?
Yeah.
He played 1 year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
He came in on one of them joints. He came in on one of them when niggas was throwing the strike and all that. You know what I'm saying? He came on the strike here, murder. You know what I'm saying?
So what if week 3 there's 3 Latino quarterbacks? Is that gonna make the news?
That it should because that was considered a white man's pause position.
So what if week 4 is 4 Chinese quarterbacks?
That should make the news as well. It should. That's my opinion. Like
I'm Ant-Manning, you know?
No, I dig it. I understand where you coming from too, where you like, and trust me, I get that too. Like niggas always trying to pull the black card, but I'm not gonna. Me personally, I'm not gonna go for it because just with this topic. Because I remember I used to be like, yo, why are they? I was a football fan before I was a basketball fan. When I'm talking about 5, 6 years old. And I knew Doug because the Redskins used to be my team with Joe Theismann and Art Monk and John Riggins. And it was only black niggas being receivers and linemen and so on and so forth. And then Warren Moon was like the diamond in the rough when it came to black people being quarterbacks. Then you might get a Randall Ham. And then you start getting the Steve McNair and Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick comes along, and you know what I'm saying? So I think this is a great thing, but it's a part of just times moving on as well. It's a lot of things that outside of football that just changed. You sit there, and Stat probably don't know this neither, but it's a show called All in the Family, one of the most racist shows you ever could see.
Yeah.
That shit would never fly today. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit they used to call black people nigga almost a little bit, the nigga Archie Bunker. And that wouldn't fly, but I think a lot of things a lot of things change. And I'm happy to see it, to be totally honest with you, because I think that black people could play that position just as good as any other race.
Yeah. And you still stand by what you said.
Which part?
Is this a colorist question? You feel like the stat line is unnecessary?
I need to know. Are you pro-black? Are you like?
I'm definitely pro-black.
You pro-black killer too?
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
He said, I like that. Okay, so out of the quarterbacks, I'll just name a couple. We got Jacoby Brissett, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, CJ Stroud, Deshaun Watson, Caleb Williams. List goes on. We know there's 15 of them. Mm-hmm. Who are you most excited to watch?
Caleb, pretty much. You know, I think he has the story and the excitement around his name and what he should bring to the football league. And I want to see if that's real. I think Chicago would be the perfect opportunity. He has nothing standing in his way. He should have a breakout season.
Okay. And then just got to ask, so you finally look past the nails.
Oh, that's why I said his story is, you know, different, but I think he has the most upside. Pause on. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I just love it up here. Like,
I look past his nails. I forgot about the nails and the nigga crying with his dog and all that. But, you know, he did go to USC, so shout out to USC.
That was a good one, Stat.
Yeah, Stat, you trolling. Now you
now
you Ant-Man, you know? Shout out to my boy Ant-Man.
The person I want to see the most is probably CJ Stroud. He had a really good season last season. Let's see if he's going to capitalize off of this, because I think they got him ranked as like top 5, top 10 quarterbacks already.
Yeah.
And one season, he's already at that particular top. What's his ranking for this season? Was it top? Because whatever it was,
I think
I'm
it was
like,
top 10.
yeah, okay, top
He
10.
definitely got to live up to what he did last season.
Yeah, so that's the person I want to see the most, see if it was a 1 year thing, to see if he's definitely going to be one of them niggas moving forward. Because that's the one thing I forgot to tell you yesterday, Michael Irvin, and I'll see you later this week, that I don't even think the Cowboys is the best team in Texas, let alone anything else. So Dallas is not even the best team in the state of Texas, Michael Irvin, and we'll discuss that.
Definitely not the best team in Texas.
Yeah, so we'll discuss that when you get back up here, homeboy. But that's who I definitely want to see is CJ Stroud, to see if he lives up to the expectations of the phenomenal season that he had last year.
Yeah. And then just to clarify for the viewers, when I say top 10, I'm talking about top 10 quarterbacks, not the top 100 NFL list, because I know people are going to be like, nah. Like, I'm not saying he's a top 10 player overall, but out of the quarterbacks, he is ranked top 10. Okay, moving along. So 49ers first round pick, Ricky Pearsall, was shot during an attempted robbery in San Fran. The 23-year-old rookie was walking around in the afternoon when a 17-year-old armed with a gun tried to rob him. So the teen who actually came at Ricky and that was involved in the scuffle got shot in the mix. So basically the story is saying that Ricky was able to grab the gun and shoot him back. This was just after he recovered from a shoulder injury, allowing him to finally be able to practice with the team again after being drafted earlier this year. And then the update right now, he is still recovering, but he was released from the hospital. After hearing the story in the news, obviously, Ricky, we hope you have a speedy recovery. But what was you guys' opinion on the incident as a whole?
That's weird. That's definitely sad too. When you're a rookie, you're looking forward to having a phenomenal career, and for things to start like this, I mean, after you've lived a little, you just know these are like bad signs. You know, I totally pray and hope that he have a speedy recovery and also a phenomenal career. But things like this, you got to stay totally away from, because you don't have that kind of time. And you don't want to be playing with your life wherever you were. And I know things can happen anywhere, but you got to watch your surroundings. You got to make sure that you living in a way that probably can give you the best outcome. And I'm not here to say, anything like judgmental of anything like that, but just watch your surroundings, because this is one. You don't need two.
Yeah, man. You got to be careful. Sometimes, just when and he's young. That's what's sad about it.
Yeah.
Is that same thing we was kind of talking about before the show. Me and Mase was talking about. We did a lot of things at a young age, and for us, well, I ain't gonna speak for Mase. For me, like my fun is like going to Walmart when nobody's there and play football while I'm shopping and shit with whoever I happen to be with. Like that's my fun.
Yeah, because you've been everywhere.
We did everything. You know what I'm saying? And when you're young, you want to experience a lot of stuff. Now, it sounds like he was just out and about doing what he was doing. Now, I don't know if this kid who shot him knew who he was and tried to rob him. I don't know if he had jewelry on. We don't know.
We don't know if he's gang affiliated.
Yeah, I have no idea. But
he's not,
Yeah, I don't know. But he, young people like to wear, I'm old and I like to wear jewelry. We don't know if he had a chain or watch. Somebody might be like, it's homeboy from the 49ers. Who knows? But at the end of the day, Mase said a good thing. Try your best to watch your surroundings, because you're going to be out there as people who know who you are, and they want what you got, especially jealous people. They want what you got because they can't get it. And sometimes they try to make a name off of your name. I wish you well. I wish you a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And you get back out there soon. And most importantly, I hope you have insurance. That's the most important thing, to be totally honest with you, because sounds like you'll be all right. I have no idea, but even if you're not, at least you'll get a couple dollars from it. Because it'd be sad if you can't finish your football career. And this is a lesson to a lot of NFL, NBA players. Make sure you got insurance. Like when Paul George hurt his leg that time, cracked it, he got 90% of his money from the NBA because he had the right insurance. And that really matters. And I would hate to see somebody not get paid because they didn't have insurance or have the right contract. I seen Jay Will. Shout out to Jay Will. He had DM'd me about a month and a half ago. just saying he loves the show, murder stat,
Yeah.
giving us some love. But I remember when he got drafted with the Chicago Bulls, and he's supposed to be the next Michael Jordan because he's a killer at Duke, so on and so forth. But when these teams draft you, they know your habits, they know what you like to do, so on and so forth. And the one thing that was in his contract was that, okay, we'll give you your money, but if you ever get hurt in a motorcycle accident, you won't get your money. So they knew that he must have had a motorcycle habit, the way he likes to ride on them. And what's the one thing that happens? He ruins his career on a motorcycle. So he didn't even get the money that he could have got. Take heed to some of these stories so you guys, no matter what happens, still get some coins if it doesn't go right.
Yeah, and also to add on to what you said, those were phenomenal points. When you end up in trouble multiple times, teams tend to stay away from you, no matter if it was your fault or not. So that was the thing I was speaking to. That, you know, the second time being in something, it's like, wait, do we really want this around our team? And you don't want people to start having that conversation.
Yeah. I'm definitely wishing a speedy recovery for Ricky. I mean, he made some really great plays at Florida. I was super excited to see how he was going to fit with the 49ers team, especially since he literally just came off of injury. And it's really unfortunate when the headlines are for something, you know, happening in the news rather than your plays. So hoping that he can get back on the field and show people what he got. Okay, so Steph Curry signed a 1-year, $62.6 million extension that'll keep him under contract through the 2026 to 2027 season. What does this mean for Golden State, Mase?
This is one of those things we know Golden State had to do it. I truly believe if Kuminga turns into an animal, then this team could have a shot. But other than that, it's just 62 that they paid just to keep Stephen Curry, because without that, I don't think they have enough firepower to really compete.
Pardon me.
But I'm definitely in favor of them getting 62. He should have got 72. There's nobody else to pay on that team until proven differently.
Yeah, Kuminga, that's a great point. Kuminga's going to have to step up. I hope he worked on his skill set this summer because he's very athletic, jumps out the gym, but he's showing no improvement. Ant-Man on his skills. His skills are not that good. He's just very athletic. I'm just fucking with you, Ant-Man, because the skill shit we just talking about. No, we good, nigga. But he's one of these people that I hope he did that over the summer. Because, look, let's think about this, man. Even with Clay, and Clay's gone, and got Buddy Hield there, which I still would have wanted Clay over Buddy Hield. And whoever they signed in the offseason, I still would have wanted Clay. And they still didn't make the playoffs. So I don't know what Golden State's future is looking like for the season, especially if we get a healthy Zion, we get a healthy John Morant, Sacramento, which was phenomenal, Aaron DeRozan. The West is stacked. The West is stacked. I'm not sure about Golden State, but I will tell you this. Like May said, you had to pay Steph Curry. Not only did you have to pay Steph Curry because he's Steph Curry, but if you just seen what Steph Curry did in the Olympics, it's not even.
You definitely got to give him.
You got to
that
pay
money.
Steph Curry now. The nigga just went crazy in the Olympics, so you don't even want him. You know the comments he's saying that in front of Steve Kerr. I see them doing an interview, and it's like, Clay left. Could you see yourself finishing here in Golden State, Steph? And Steph says, I would love to finish my career in Golden State, but I also want to win. While Steve Kerr is sitting right next to him. These are the comments that he's trying to make, saying, if y'all don't do something, I will. And the I will is I will leave, because we thought that we would never see Klay Thompson leave Golden State, and he's left.
Yeah.
And we would think we wouldn't see Steph Curry leave Golden State, but let's think about this scenario. We're talking about he'll be finishing 2027, so he'll be 38 years old or 39 years old, one or the other. We see what LeBron's doing at 39 years old. He's still playing at a high level, and he may have a couple years after that. If Golden State doesn't get it together, I could definitely see him leaving, trying to get another championship before he retires.
Okay.
So it's well deserved, the $62 million.
Agreed. Okay. And then the last topic before we close. So from what we've seen in the WNBA season so far, we know this is a big debate for Rookie of the Year. Who do you guys believe at this point should win the title?
I'm going to go on record by saying I truly believe it should be a co-MVP thing. I mean, a co-Rookie of the Year. Because I think both of them are having a groundbreaking season. I think both of them mean as much to the league in their own particular way. When I first started, I saw it as more Caitlin Clark. But as time goes on, Angel Reese has made me a believer. So I stand corrected on that. I think they should be co-MVPs. I meant Rookie of the Year.
I like that answer. I think that's a great answer. And I've seen them do co-MVPs at All-Star games before, I believe, or something like that. It has been done before.
Mm-hmm.
Can't put my finger on exactly what it's for, but I did see co-MVPs before. I seen co-something. It happened a couple times. And this is a hard choice. That's why I like Mace's answer with this.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to pick, I'm going with Caitlin Clark. If I had to pick, I like Mace's answer. That would be my first answer. But if somebody forced me to answer this question, I'm going with Caitlin Clark. Simply because Angel Reese is out there. She's being a monster. And shout out to you, baby girl. You killing them.
Yeah.
Baby girl with the baby hair. Let me know if you need them fines paid, baby. Bag is still available. I see
you get a fine, killer gonna pay for it.
I think she messing with homie from Detroit or something, from the Pistons. I forget homeboy name. She's wearing one of his shirts or some shit. I was like,
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, that's the jersey that she was wearing.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's wearing Dennis Rodman. But who she supposed to be fucking with from the?
Oh, who she's with? What? I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm blanking. Pistons, yeah, right? He is.
Yeah, yo, leave them basketball niggas alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything ain't gotta be basketball related, man. You know, yeah, I ain't even gonna do it. Make a long story here. Make a long story short. I think personally, she's a monster. And what I was thinking about before I even answer this question, I was saying, you know how Team USA won the gold this season, this Olympic year, but they may not be the best basketball females in the world because they lost in the All-Star game to Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cheryl Miller coaching, and they got smacked by them. And they went off to win the Olympics, that team with Shorty. What's Shorty named Steph from Vegas out here? Best player in the world. With Asia and the crew. And they got smacked by Angel Reese and the Shorty was mixing on them.
Yeah.
She was going crazy. They may not be the best basketball players in the world. That team that beat them in the All-Star game may be the best team in the world.
Oh, like Team WNBA versus their team. Yeah, because they did get crushed.
Yeah, they smacked them, but that team that they smacked when they won the Olympics, they should come back and play them again. They should come back and play them again after the season's over, see how that go, because y'all aren't the best team in the world. The best team in the world, as far as I'm concerned, is the team that beat you. Now, I'm not saying y'all not nice, but they didn't just beat y'all, they smacked y'all. It was crazy. Now, the reason I'll give this award to Caitlin Clark over Angel Reese is just because of Angel Reese's shooting percentage. She has seriously, she a lot of times she gets these double rebounds. She had 20 points, 20 rebounds. But if you look at it, it was one play I was watching her when she's playing the Aces against Asia and the crew. And one play, she got 4 rebounds in. She missed her shot 3 times. 4 times in a row. She keeps getting her own rebound. And that's bringing her shooting percentage down. So her rebounds are up, but her shooting percentage is down. Now, if her shooting percentage goes up,
her rebounds may come down. And just purely off that fact, but outside of that, that's only if I had to pick, I think Mase had a sensational answer. We could give them co-rookie of the year. That'd be great because we have to think about this. For the last 2.5 years, and I'm really, really going to miss them, man. I wish the WNBA had something in between at the end of this season and next season because it's going to be a long off season of not seeing Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. We have to realize they probably been in the spotlight the last 2.5, 3 years because they're playing college basketball and they were going at it back and forth along with South Carolina as well. And it was really, really intriguing. But this past year, we got to see something special because we got to see them play college basketball, not only when the college basketball season was over, the WNBA season picked up a month and a half, 2 months right after that. So we get to see them play an extended period of time. So we've been watching these young ladies play probably since last October, maybe November into right now. So we don't usually get that long of a time period with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. And both you ladies have done a great job pushing the women game forward.
Yeah.
Sensational. And it's been a pleasure to watch. So whoever wins the award, congratulations. We'll see what happens, but I think Mase's suggestion is the best suggestion at the moment.
Yeah. And then last two things before we close. So what you were saying about the Pistons, that's interestingly put because she did wear the Rodman jersey through the tunnel, but she's also been wearing a lot of Pistons gear. It is rumored she's with somebody from the Pistons. Y'all can do your own research because we ain't talking about nobody's business. First thing. Second thing, co-rookie of the year, that was back with Jason Kidd and Grant Hill in 1995. So it is a thing. Maybe they'll do something a little different.
I don't like that. I don't like that Piston idea, but she's not my daughter. But if she was, I don't like that. I'm gonna take
what don't you like?
Page out of Cam's book. I don't like that.
What don't you like?
I don't like that.
Just the dating? When you're
just a piston.
Oh.
You know, if niggas is playing for chicken and all of that, I wouldn't have my daughter dating no niggas that gotta win a game or get points to get chicken. They're playing that bad. I don't want her in that environment.
So basically what you're saying is when the WNBA season is over and if she is dealing with somebody from the Pistons, you don't even want to up tier, man.
I don't want that. I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
Okay. No comment from me. Okay. That's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't like that.
He said he can't be the Pistons.